Welcome back to the Howard Keating Show. I'm Howard Keating, and we're having a bang-up time here. I mean, this continues, and I am so much of an entrepreneur. I'm a business person. I can't get over how much I'm enjoying a government function. These people over at XM Bank have really broken their back to help small business, and they got opportunities for us that are just absolutely dynamite, and we got to get involved with this. We got to start going global, and they got the tools for us, and we got to implement them. Well, today, right now, I have Mario Ramirez with me. He's Director of Business Credit over at Export-Import Bank. Welcome to the show, Mario. You got exciting times happening around here.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're trying to help exports. The president said that's one of the key goals of this administration is doubling exports in the next 5 years or so. So I think we're an integral part of that. We're certainly trying to help all businesses, especially small businesses, export, and that's what we do in the business credit department.
Now, when you think of the president trying to triple export over the next few years, is it export of products or export of people in Congress?
That's a good one.
What do you think? I think it might be more advantageous to do the people.
Absolutely. Maybe we should start with the people first in Congress.
No,
I
know.
I think obviously the goal is products and services.
Yeah.
I mean, we do both. Obviously manufacturing products and services, engineering services, any type of service that a U.S. employee can, a U.S. person can perform overseas would be great.
Now you're doing the credit side of this. Tell us what you go through.
Basically, let me explain a little about the program. Sure. We guarantee loans that commercial banks make to exporters. And typically a commercial bank would not want to do that because they're scared of the foreign repayment source. And that's where we come in. We'll take that risk.
And I want to make sure that they're scared of helping small business, but they weren't scared of giving money to General Motors or Chrysler. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure because our small businesses don't get that.
No, they don't. No.
Okay, great.
No, but anyways, that's what we do. We provide incentives, basically a guarantee to the commercial lender so that they'll make the loans to the exporters, and that way the exporter will able to get the financing for its sales abroad, and it's really a help to them. Otherwise, that financing would not be available through the private markets. Really.
It's a great tool that you've come up with, and it's so progressive. And when the banks want to belly up to the bar, or the insurance companies won't belly up, you're doing it.
Absolutely. Now we're feeling a need that the private banks have. They're comfortable with the company, but they're comfortable with their domestic sales.
Yeah.
Where they become a little uncomfortable is on the international sales, and that's where we step in to provide that comfort for them and give them that guarantee so they'll make that loan.
But you're also giving an opportunity for the smaller bank to step up and keep that customer of theirs.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
that's what they got to wake up to, don't you think?
Oh no, I think they realize that. I think they realize that they're giving their customers services and they're giving them loans. But if they can't continue to do that, that small business or business is going to start looking for other banks. So it absolutely is a way to increase their relationship with their existing customers.
And what's neat about it is that they really don't have to get that much involved in it because you got 85 or to 95% of it covered, insured.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know they aren't going to lend anything close to that,
absolutely,
okay?
Absolutely.
And so they have no risk,
yeah.
And they have you to do the work. Isn't that it's the truth?
It's a win-win, right?
Oh, it's a no-brainer.
No, absolutely.
Okay, but these banks have got to get into it because if they don't help people export, absolutely they're going to look for somebody else.
Yeah.
Now tell us about what you're doing over there because you're in the credit side.
I'm in the credit side, so in our program we have delegated authority, which means that we work with many banks throughout the country, and some of these banks that understand our program have taken our training. We give them authority to basically put our guarantee on their deal. So they're doing that, and then we're guaranteeing the loans. But sometimes, obviously, it exceeds the bank's delegated authority, and they'll have to come to us to underwrite the facility. So we'll underwrite it internally in our division, and then we'll hopefully approve that and get the guarantee on it so they can continue to lend to the small business. So that's what we're doing on the credit side. We're managing the relationship with the banks that have delegated authority, making sure that they're following the program requirements. And sometimes when those credits exceed the delegated authority, we're underwriting those credits.
That's great. It's a great opportunity for the community banks.
Absolutely. No, it's a
now,
good
credit unions included in this?
No, we don't do too much with credit unions. We do small community banks, and we obviously do all of the large banks. I mean, we have about 80 banks, I think, that use our program. Some are more active than others. The large banks tend to be the most active.
What are the big things that you see out there? You see any trends that out there that are you getting a lot of successes in getting people's credit approved or the companies?
Yeah, I think the markets are loosening up a little bit. Obviously the last couple of years has been pretty tight, but I think banks are now willing to lend. They're looking to structure loans and to move forward. So I think I do see a bit of a credit relaxation, but I think they've come to realize that with a Exim Bank guarantee, it's a great deal for them. It's a great deal.
It's a great deal.
Absolutely.
And I think, we're here to help get it known because it's a great marketing tool.
Right.
It's a great financial tool, obviously. And my gosh, 95% of the buyers in the world are outside the country now, okay?
Yeah.
So you got to get out there.
We have to get out there.
You can't fight over the last 5%, right?
That's right. That's
you're
right.
going to get big margins here anymore, right?
That's right.
So here you got the opportunity, and if we could help get the word out, that's our objective in this whole thing. So we can take advantage because we're looking at there's almost $40 billion worth of contracts for small businesses internationally.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
It's incredibly big, and unfortunately, a lot of small businesses do not export, or they export to maybe one country.
Yeah.
But we're here to help them expand that, and obviously go into markets that they may not have done in the past.
And what has happened traditionally is you get the Hispanic community down in Texas or Arizona or California. So their friends and relatives are right over the border, so that's their one country.
Oh, yeah.
I live in Michigan, and so we always call Gordy. There's always a Gordy in Canada. Everybody's named Gordy over there. And we call Gordy across, it's only a mile across the bridge for us.
Right.
And we do business there. So we got to look at whatever we're doing with Gordy or whatever we're doing in Mexico.
Right.
You can apply that to 160 different countries out there.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I think our biggest markets are, as you mentioned, they're in Florida, they're in Texas, they're in California. Yeah. California, Asia, Florida, Latin America, and Texas is really the oil industry, so that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But we're trying to obviously support all areas of the country. We want manufacturing in the Midwest. We want to do high tech out of Silicon Valley. So we really support all sectors. And
yes.
There's nothing that we won't look at, really.
Isn't it amazing how life changes though too? Because you look at it, this is relatively new. It's too bad it's new. They should have been doing this for decades, Europe's been doing trading internationally since the beginning of time.
Right.
But what has happened is, all of a sudden you look at different segments out there, like the Asian Pacific people that live in this country. They're looking at this and foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Absolutely.
You look at the Hispanic group that wants to do business with their families and friends in Central and South America.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
The African Americans are pushing their Kenyas and Nigerias.
Yeah.
They're ready to go. Come on, the rest of you got to wake up. This is a great opportunity.
It's a great opportunity. We've been increasing our program every year, but we certainly have the capacity to do more, and we'd like to do much more.
Now you hear that? Our objective is to swamp him so he doesn't see his wife or kids for months on end, and we're going to give him so much business here. He's going to be the hero, but he'll never, you're going to have problems at home.
That's a nice problem to have. It's a nice problem to be able to help the exporters. It really is.
It is. You're really making a big mark in
Absolutely.
This country, and
Absolutely.
I think that's got to be fulfilling for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this conference, we obviously meet with the lenders, but I've had opportunities to meet with the actual companies that we've helped, and it's really eye-opening and
it's
incredible experience.
Too.
It's inspiring to talk to these people and say, you've actually helped them grow their business. If you don't really meet these people, you're kind of removed. But once you meet them, you really put two things together, and it's great.
You're making a difference.
Making a difference.
You're making a difference for this country. You're making a difference for these businesses. As a result, their families are going to be better off. Yeah. I think that's great. And their kids are going to be able to be brought up in an environment that international is part of their DNA.
That's true.
That's kind of neat when you start thinking about it.
No, that's true. I mean, the world is changing.
It really is.
You could sell within the United States and you'd be fine, but now, those markets are much tougher. You have to look abroad. And they have been doing that, and that's what we're here to do, help them do.
Well, you heard it. We're with Mario Ramirez. This has been wonderful. He is the Director of Business Credit. He wants to work Saturdays and Sundays for you, and holidays and Christmas. Is that right?
maybe a couple days off there.
Okay, maybe a couple days. Yeah. Okay. This has been wonderful. Another person that is a quality person over at XM Bank, and we've seen and interviewed one after another, and we got to keep on going down the track and taking advantage of these things. And here's a gentleman that can help our community banks understand what's going on, which is key. So, Mario, it's been great to have you on the show.
Howard, thank
Very
you.
nice
Thank
of you to
so
be
much.
on.
All right. Take care.
Thank you very much.
All right.